have already administered close to 50 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines, including 23 million complete doses. I am also pleased to inform you that in Metro Manila, almost 77% or more than 7.5 individuals are fully vaccinated. The challenge is now to further speed up our vaccination rollout, especially in the provinces, in the key cities and municipalities, to achieve our target of at least 50% of the country's target population by the end of the year. We are confident that most, if not all, major cities in the country will be hit and even surpass this target before Christmas. Sana. Yesterday, 1.4 million Moderna doses arrived. And we are expecting more Pfizer and Moderna doses in the coming days. Bumababa yung hawaan, simplihin na lang natin. At kung nasusunod, well, magtanong kayo kung bakit, dahil sa bakuna. Dahil sa bakuna, bumaba talaga. So, kukunting hawaan, kasi kukunti naman yung tao na hindi nabakunahan. So, yan ang magandang balita at palagay ko, kung sumusunod lang kayo, dumadating naman yung mga bakuna natin, hirap na hirap tayo noon kasi wala na naman tayong manufacturing company ng bakuna dito sa Pilipinas at nagkakipag-agawan tayo ng bakuna sa ibang bayan.
The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. At least 9 people have died while 11 are missing following the onslaught of severe tropical storm Maring. 4 died due to a flash flood in Nara, Palawan. 3 were killed in La Trinidad, Benguet, while Itogon, Benguet, and Claveria, Cagayan each recorded 1 casualty. A total of 11 were missing due to landslides and flash floods in Baguio City, Benguet, Ilocos Norte, and Palawan. 2 people were also injured in Benguet, and so far, around 1,600 individuals have been affected by Maring. Consumer groups are calling on the Agriculture Department to impose a suggested retail price or SRP on rice. Shaila Francisco now reports to us live from Pasay City Public Market to give us more details on this. Shaila, good afternoon. How is the DA responding to these calls?
Charles, first off, rice prices here in Pasay City Market and in other markets in Metro Manila range from 33 to 58 pesos a kilo, a price that consumer groups say is too high given the declining palay prices. They say with the current palay prices, we should be seeing rice prices ranging from as low as 28 pesos a kilo. And that's why they were suggesting to have an SRP or price prop. But the Department of Agriculture says that the price is stable and it's actually not contributing to food inflation. That's why they don't see the need to impose an SRP or price cap. Charles?
Right, Shaila, just to be clear, how much is the price of rice there and why are some groups saying this is too high?
Charles, as mentioned, rice prices is around 33 to 58 pesos a kilo for local varieties. The consumer groups are saying that it is too high given the declining prices of palay. Palay ranges from 14 to 17 pesos a kilo. That's why they say we should be seeing rice prices go for as low as 28 pesos a kilo. Charles?
Right, Shaila, you mentioned about low palay prices. What are farmer groups saying on the ground about this issue?
Charles, Charles, as mentioned, palay prices ranges from 14 to 17 pesos a kilo, but some farmers and farmer groups are saying that they are seeing palay prices go for as low as 10 to 11 pesos a kilo. This is a problem for farmers because production cost is getting higher as we are seeing an increase in fuel prices and fertilizer prices. Some of them are asking for subsidies to help them cope with the rise in production costs, while some are asking for fertilizers from the Department of Agriculture. Charles?
Right, are we expecting the DA to be able to provide any assistance to our farmers?
Charles, the Department of Agriculture said they have been giving assistance to the farmers, including fertilizers. Although they are not giving everything that is required of the farmers, they are asking the LGUs and some farmer cooperatives to help and give what they need. Charles?
Right, on now to some other commodities. Is there any update on the arrival of fish imports, Shaila?
Charles, Secretary William Dar said he has signed over 20,000 metric tons of fish imports that is set to arrive in 2 to 3 weeks. It is expected to be priced at 150 pesos per kilo, lower than the current price of galunggong at 200 to 240 pesos per kilo. The remaining 40,000 metric tons of fish imports are set to arrive in the remaining months of the year. Charles?
Thanks for those updates, Shaila. That was Shaila Francisco reporting live from Pasay City. The Ombudsman sees no graft in the controversial advertisement deal between the Tourism Department and PTV. Ombudsman Samuel Martirez cleared former DOT Secretary Juan Dateo, her brother Ben Tulfo, as well as PTV officials. Recall that the Commission on Audit flagged the 120 million peso deal for incomplete documents in conflict of interest. But the Ombudsman ruled that there was no injury to the government because all contractual obligations were complied with. In a statement, Teo said she's grateful for this resolution, which shows that the rule of law is alive and well in the country. Senator Ping Lacson laments the poor planning of the distribution of cash aid through electronic money service provider StarPay. In an interview with Radyo 5, Lacson said that 70% of the beneficiaries do not have mobile phones. Lacson added that StarPay lacks the financial capability for the contract to distribute 50 million pesos worth of cash aid to Filipinos. He also noted that there are other, bigger and more established electronic wallet firms that should have backed the contract.
Ang tanong ko nga kay Secretary Bautista kahapon, nag-conduct ba kayo ng maski konting due diligence man lang? Kung nagkaroon sila ng konti-konti man lang na due diligence, na-establish sana nila na walang financial capability.
Over 6 million residents of Sydney are getting a taste of freedom once again as the Australian city reopens after 107 days of lockdown. More details in this Bloomberg report.
It's a gloomy and wet day here in normally sun-drenched Sydney, but believe it or not, the light foot traffic you can see is actually the busiest it's been in months. That's because the city's emerging from a lockdown that's lasted more than 100 days. For the last 3 months, the city's been shut down while it tries to vaccinate 70% of the population. And having reached that goal, cafes, bars, restaurants and gyms, among others, are open to patrons.
We've been just working around the corner here for the last 6 to 12 months. This moment here we've been talking about since after the 100-day lockdown, so it's good to finally get them to a location where we can finally buy them a beer.
Time now for a quick look at some of today's headlines. Parts of northern Luzon were flooded due to severe tropical storm Maring. Transport groups are asking for a fare hike as another big-time oil price increase takes effect today. And the government names the 8 hospitals that are set to participate in the pilot run for pediatric vaccinations against COVID-19. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.